everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I am your host, Kimberly Cloud. I just wanted to talk about some things and do my homework for a second. Give me a second to adjust. Okay. So today we are going to be working on my homework, but I wanted to say a couple of things. I can never seem to get that piece of hair. Okay. Seems out of the frame. Okay. So basically, I was talking to you guys today, and earlier I was stating how I feel like a lot is going on, with poverty, and I had this big dream last night. Let's just go to the meat and potatoes. I had this real big dream, and I was supposed to be moving to a Republican state. And what's on me, is my mental health. We know that. We know I have my mental health on me. But it's against HIPAA law to talk about. I can sue them if they talk about my mental health. And if y'all talk about it, I can always counteract it saying I do not want to discuss my mental health at this time. I really want to focus on what I want to do, which is right now, I don't want to be a loser, but I don't want to actually fully win. But today I dreamt about running again, trying to run again for president. Now, let me tell you why I want to do it. And let me tell you what happened to me last time. So what happened to me last time was I ended up assaulting a woman while on methamphetamine. That's what happened. Never, I, the only reason I did methamphetamine prior is because it was given to me by needle by my ex-husband. So we're not even going to get into that story. But this time it was put in my tincture, and it caused me to be erratic, and I didn't get enough sleep, and I was acting erratic behavior, yelling at the cops, and being very belligerent. And I ended up assaulting a woman. Now, I'm not bragging nor am I boasting. It was wrong. I paid off my debt to her. I know she's happy, but still sad about it. And I don't ever want to live in a democratic state again. And I want to try this thing again in a Republican state. All throughout my career of trying to run for U.S. senator, state senator, I have been running in Democratic states where there's rhinos, which is people that work for both Democrat and Republican, and people that just don't want to help Black people. People that just play both sides of the field and don't want to help. They just act dumb and they play dumb and they just act like they didn't want to help you all in all. So, this is a split off moving, which is no time soon, moving to this particular state. And it's a fresh start. Hopefully I can stay there for a very long time. Very long time. And I'm going to tell them what happened, everything that happened. And I'm going to explain from top to bottom what happened, from the restraining order, how I put out a restraining order and the judge was too scared to put a restraining order out on Hispanics, bad Hispanics. And so she put it out on me instead. Democrat California, and I struggled to even get that restraining order. Then how I tried to sue Marion Hospital, and every time I tried to do something with suing Marion Hospital for $2 million, something always happened. Something always happened. So I'd rather not discuss California no more. I'm going into a fresh start. They won't leave me alone. I had all the paperwork. I even seen a judge. And then I ended up moving around a little bit more. And I just said, forget it. All of a sudden, stuff started happening and it got swept under the rug. Never made news, never made coverage because they knew it would get swept under the rug and bad things would happen to me because they made it happen to me. So this time I have a plan. I'm not going to abandon my car. I'm not going to abandon my items. It's going to all be done smoothly if God permits this time. When I get to this Republican state, I'm going to wait a course of 6 months to a year. And by then it should be 27. Let me see. I think it'll be the midterms. And I'm going to go talk to somebody from the Republican Party and tell them the whole story, everything, and tell them what do I need to do and how do I need to go about it. And that I'm not trying to be a loser, but I'm trying to lead the way and lead the pathway for somebody like me that's all the way Black, wanting another female that's all the way African American to step forward in the next 10, 20 years or 30 years and see what I've accomplished. So I got to be strong in this. Seeing what I've accomplished, seeing that I got my name on the ballot. For some strange reason, I never got to put my name on that ballot. That's what I need to do. Put my name on the ballot. I need my name on that ballot. So nobody can never say it was just hearsay. It was just fake. It was never done. And so once that happened, campaigning like crazy around the area that I'm going to be in. And it's going to spread. And then hopefully I have enough money to campaign outside that area, not Democrat states. I refuse to go to Democrat states and waste my breath and get booed. I'm not a pro like Donald Trump or Donald Trump Jr. I wouldn't be able to take it. So, what else? My goals in running. I want to keep it the same. I believe in Donald Trump's plan, his whole plan, 100%, 150%. I believe in Donald Trump's plan 150 times infinity percent, infinite eternity. I believe in it 100%. Everything he's doing, but I want to extend it. I want to extend it. And how I'm going to extend it is I'm going to talk about Black people. I want to rebuild the projects in all major cities. So they got 3 months to get their shit and get the fuck out. I shouldn't have said it that way, but this will be deleted. But they got 3 months to 4 months to get their stuff and get out so that we can break down the projects and rebuild it. Then there will be grants. There will be grants. There will be grants given, science grants, math grants, neuroscience, every type of grant you can think of for the encouraging child that's wanting to get into science, wanting to get into math, and don't know how to get into it because they have no money to get into it because they stay in the projects. What else? Major cities. We will be getting and sweeping and doing major sweeps of gangs, causing turmoil. The the terrorists, we're still going to lay low. We're still going to talk about and get those out of the way. But the gang members in Philly, Chicago, major cities, we're going to sweep that out. We're going to build more jails. We're going to build more prisons, and we're going to put them in those. We're going to retrain and get new correctional officers, and they're not meant to be nice in those facilities. We're going to get those officers, retrain them, and we're going to get new correctional officers and train them. And we're going to sit up there and make sure that they know the code conduct and their ethics and all that good stuff, morality, morals and all of that good stuff. And we're gonna just in the execution, if they killed somebody, we're not going to house them for 20 years on death row. It's going to be 5 to 10 years on death row, if that. If they've been already housed for 20 years, we're just going to go ahead and just take them off and kill them, expire them, because they don't deserve to be on death row that long, where they extended their life for 20 or 10 years extra when that person is already rolling around dead in their coffin and their parents dead waiting for an execution, or their family members waiting for an execution, probably died waiting on an execution. That's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to sweep all of that negativity out of the communities. So there will be no excuse of why Black people can't thrive. We're going to get those gangs out. They are being ignored. They are killing each other. We're going to set up more cameras on the streets with facial recognition like China has, if we don't already have it. We're going to start using NSA technology. We're going to start including NSA technology in what we do, instead of having NSA be another branch where we struggle with NSA technology. The FBI is below that. No, we're going to start using NSA technology. And that's what I want to do for our community, to clean it up. I'm 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds doing drugs out on the street robbing. We're going to put harsher penalties on them to correct them in the proper way. It's going to be like a boot camp. They're not going to be able to go home in 2 weeks or a week or a day because they're a minor. No, they're going to stay in jail, and it's going to be like boot camp. It's not going to be like that boot camp where they tough and they buff and just so they can cut their sentence in half, the scared straight. No, it's going to be like boot camp. It's going to be just like boot camp to scare them. If they don't get scared or they don't change, then we keep them longer. They should hate to want to come to jail, not use it and keep it as a token to make themselves look good going to jail and bragging or boasting about it. Some people brag and boast about killing people. They get teardrops under their eyes for that crap. Keep the tariffs, keep everything the same, but we extend it to the Black people. And when I lose, which I know is going to happen, and the reason why I want to get it off the ground, the reason why I want to get it off the ground now is because I'm a regular person. I have no connections with nobody. No connections. None. I have no money like that. None. I'm a regular Joe Blow. I'm not insane talking about this. My dreams go higher than a president, but I'll just stick with running for president. I may not have the skills like a president do. I may not can do what the president do, but my skills, my imagination run higher than just being president of the United States of America. And that's not an insane thought. It's a thought driven by somebody like me who is different, who's been through a lot, who wants to see change. So the next Black woman, real Black woman, not a mulatto Black woman who identifies with another race other than Black and then uses the Black race. I'm not even going to go there. Y'all know what it is, what it do. Y'all know what y'all heard over the course of these years to get her where she got to, and that's why Trump got into office. So I'm identifying as fully Black, and I want that young one, that teenager, that 5-year-old to see me on TV and be like, Mommy, I want to do what she's doing. And then people are going to start wondering, why aren't they doing more for Blacks? And start advocating for it positively, not negatively and burning down the White House and stuff like that. We're going to advocate positively. I just want to extend it out to the Black people that wants to get out of poverty like I want to get out of poverty. I know I will get the Black people votes. Reconstruct infrastructure to make it better within the project system. Make it easier for people to have a better, more clean, because I know it's roaches, rats, bed bugs in those facilities. If we break it down and build it back up, it will be better. And I don't care how much it costs or how long it takes. They need that. That's why we got to build it down, and we got to be selective of who we let back in. Do a walkthrough of how it looks then and how it looks then before we let them go 3 months to let them take out their furniture and see who we think is best fit for the projects, the new projects. Then these science programs could be extended for young African American children in schools of elementary, even schools of preschool, like little minor things that can be tweaked, little minor things that they can learn as young adults, young children, and then tweaked up into, like, put them in programs at a young age for free, for free. A limited amount. We need more Black people in the White House. We and I'm not saying what Trump doing is wrong. I'm not saying anything about Trump, but all I'm saying is that we need more Black people, and nothing he did was wrong. All I'm saying is we need more Black people in the House, the Senate, but we need educated Black people, people that understands and know. We need more astronauts. We need more lawyers. We need more of everything. If we don't have a lot of that, our numbers, we with me, you have a positive road, and the numbers will start changing with Black people having education, more outlets to get grants, learning at a young age. And if the child even talks, it's not a don't ask, don't tell. If the child even starts acting weird because the child acts fine in class and comes home and it's in a dysfunction, he or she is in a dysfunctional home, and she gets back to class and didn't perform with her schoolwork, and I ask, or the teacher asks, why didn't you do your homework? And she tells me because my mommy or my dad didn't allow me to. We're snatching that child out, and we're going to adopt or foster that child. What happened to me was gruesome. I wish I was adopted or fostered. I probably would have stayed in the military a lot longer. I don't want another child to fall victim to the circumstances of dysfunctional people. Their problem is not your problem. I cannot help it that my mother passed away. It was your job to do your job right as an aunt. It was your job to do your job as a big sister. And y'all failed at it. All y'all did was put y'all problems on to me. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But just like I was saying before, that's why I want to run, because I'm a regular person. I have no ties to nothing. The only problem is my kryptonite is talking amongst large amount of people. Now, I can work on that. When I get to where I'm going, which I know where I'm going now, but I cannot say shit. When I get to where I'm going, I'm going to start talking amongst people about this automatically. I don't care. This is what I need to do. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for the Black community, because I know what it's like to be persuaded as a Black community to listen to a certain music, to be a certain person, to act a certain way, to behave a certain way, to do drugs a certain way. It's not right. But if we can get those children to perform a little bit better and see a new light, listen to a new genre of music before they hit that age where they just locked in on just rap. then it will make a hella difference for our community. They will be more diverse. They will get more along with white people. They will go to more rock concerts, which will make rock bands way more money. They will mix. So, I mean, it's time for a new change. It is definitely time for a new change. So, with that being said, I'm going to stop there. And why I want to do this, last thing, why I want to do this, like I said before, I want to do this because I'm always saying stuff about the Black community, but they're like my family. No, they're like my real family, not my family, but my real family. I talk junk, but I mean well when I talk junk. I mean well. It hurts me when I see that all they do is work at Burger King or McDonald's or is a cook. You know, it's terrible. And then some got a good job and get pressured on. You know, it's not easy working at a good job here. The bullying. There was a Caucasian male that shot himself in the head because of bullying at Boeing. Now imagine what a Black person go through because he wanted to be a whistleblower. We need to get rid of the bullying. It doesn't work on bullying. When a child gets bullied, some children can't take that bullying stuff. Some children, they adapt to it, they bully back, and then a fight brews. But some children, and then it turns ugly. It can turn even more violent with a gun involved. So tell me, how is that solving a problem? So let's get started on my homework. But that's what I'm going to do. I am going to run whether win or lose. I don't care. And the last thing is when I lose, if I lose, I'll say if I lose, I'll be a winner to myself. But if I lose, all of the Black people that knows me that I campaign with is going to be like, she lost because she's Black. There need to be more Black people in there. And like she said, and this will change and shift the movement of what's going on. It's not a prejudice thing. It's not a racial thing. But Black people have been forgotten. And the only thing we're doing is killing, listening to bad music, smoking joints and listening to these bad music, going out killing or stealing because we have to, because we have no money, on welfare. Some of us loathe welfare. We need to find a way out, and I am your way out. You got all those children, put them in school where we can teach them science, history, math at an early age. It's not like a private school. It's going to be like some type of school specifically for Black people to advance them to the next level. And then you get to pick a school. We'll specifically pick schools that are good schools, not bad schools that people mostly fight and try to hide the statistics, but we'll specifically pick a good school for your preschooler that's going into school to go to. Now, if that's psychotic, I don't know what is. Let's do my homework. But something happened to me, y'all. Look at the patterns. Every time I said I wanted to run, they kept me off that ballot. They kept me off that ballot. They kept me off that ballot. This time, I'm going to be on that ballot whether someone helps me or not. My significant relationship in my life as a child was built around having a conscience. It was the guidepost of how my life is ruled presently. This came directly from my parents. Making ethical decisions would not have the ability to be second guessing. When it came to my grandparents, the bond that we bond carried me through my life, throughout my life. According to Northhouse, virtue-based theories are rooted. Virtue-based theories are rooted in the heart as an individual in my disposition. Like STEM program. I'm glad I'm reading this. It would be like a preschool STEM program to prepare this child to be advanced in a school she or he are going to, and so that they can skip grades and possibly get into scholarships and stuff. It'll be blatantly easy for them to pass school, and they will know their vocabulary well. They will know their English well. They will even know Spanish well. They will know math very well at an early age. They will know science, basic biology. They will know things that a normal preschooler don't know. And it will be basic preschool stuff that we teach them so that when they get prepared to get into these mastery schools, these schools that are predominantly good schools, you don't have to pay to get in, but they're good schools, and not fighting all the time and drugs and carrying weapons and just violence, we will find the statistics for you. And it's up to you, the parent, to keep up with that child and want that child to do good. As soon as you start slacking, the child will start slacking, and we will ask that child, and then we will have a right to take that child out of the parent's household. Because the child is the most important thing. They are our future. According to Northhouse, virtue-based theories are rooted in my heart as an individual. All stem from the security of feeling safe and being honest. Come on. This took knowing right from wrong. To be wrong means making a decision. Okay, I know what to write. Okay. What's her name? Oh, it's him. Hello. I just wanted to tell you that you did a very great job at explaining that discussion. Also, I wanted to add that in being right means that you get mad at someone telling you that you are wrong ethically. Being wrong at something and being told you are right is something that happens all the time. We rather hear a better lie than the best truth. Judging what judging whether or not someone is right or wrong is an ethical and moral dilemma. Yeah, let me look this up. Okay, I spelled it right. Moral values tell you that it's right, but ethics I see it in I seen it in uh courthouses when I was in Santa Maria. I spent a long time with no one helping me building a case against my neighbor. I had him on camera watching me a lot, but because I was Republican, she gave them the restraining order. And I tried to sue Marion Hospital for rape. I was at the hospital for 4 days, drugged, and did not know I was there that long until I saw the paperwork. I woke up in Santa Barbara in a Uber. Bad ethics. Now it's statute of limitations. I cannot sue no more. They gotten away with it. Good job. Okay, I can't do no more, so I'm gonna continue talking. So yeah, so pretty much, yeah. So I truly feel like this is my calling for other women to go out there and complete the task of doing this. Oh man, like go out there and complete this task. Nobody can do it. Nobody can do it, and I'm I might have a little bumps in the road. Not everybody's perfect. It's not going to be smooth sailing just because I'm in a Republican state. But what I will say is I'm doing it for my people because they need to be heard. A lot of people say that they should get up and do it on their own, but there's not a lot out there for them. There's a lot out there for Hispanics to stay in luxury hotels, when they first got here. They're superior to African Americans. They took all the jobs and all of that, and these are minimum wage jobs. How can a person live off a minimum wage? They have to work two jobs, and they break their backs. They break their backs to work these jobs. They break their backs. And yeah, it's just sad. I'm tired of them going through that. They need better jobs and they need better education, way better education. So I'm gonna take a break, but I promise y'all, I know it some of these people are mad at me because I sat up there and made a promise I'll be back on here later. But I'll tell you what happened. I ended up going to Taco Bell and some weird shit happened where a car, Hispanic male, Hispanic female, sat up there and stalled me for a second. I got in a stall. They didn't even pay for the food. They got I'm recollecting everything in my brain. Every time I go to Taco Bell, it's an issue. Somebody is stalling me before I get up to the clearinghouse, and then they saying they can't hear me, like they stalling for something. And I got up there and they gave me the food and then I ate it and then I felt overly tired. I had to take a nap. I was so tired. So I'm never, I put this on God. I am never eating at any fast food place again. That's how bad it's gotten. And I want to say one more thing. To On the news, I sat up there and I saw two people that got caught by ICE. They caught them going to a court appointment the wife or the girlfriend was so like mad. She was so mad. She was like, I feel like they took away my rights. They were overly excessive with him and all of this. And the lawyer even got into this. And I'm like, you know what? Boo-hoo. Because you got these illegal immigrants following me and they're taking away my rights. They have to have a tracker on my car. They have people scattered around. Just it's sad. It's sad how they have taken over Washington State, and Washington State don't even care. It's sad. It's sad. They scattered around everywhere. And now that they know my make and model and they know I have Coppin on the back of my license plate, they know where I'm going. So how does it feel to be followed? How did it feel to be followed and know that maybe, just maybe, the cops turned you in? How does it feel to not know that you're going to be ambushed and you're being watched? Some of you. How does it feel? Because every time I go out, y'all are watching me, and now y'all are being watched because I don't play. Forget your feelings. Stop watching me. I'll leave your funky restaurant alone. I'm not there to get high or get on drugs. I'm there for a simple cantina taco. And with that, I'm getting off of here because it's getting me hot. It's sad. Just imagine what Elon Musk. So you can sit up there and say I'm not a star and I'm just being delusional, but you can imagine people that don't like Elon Musk is destroying his cars. If he, just imagine him riding to a Taco Bell, what they would do to his food if they knew that that was Elon Musk. Just imagine if they knew it was me and how I talk about the illegal immigrants that are in this city right now, what they would do to me if they knew it was me. So don't go there about I'm nobody. I am somebody. I'm relevant. Very. I'm relevant enough for these motherfuckers to keep following me.
Never waste my time. You are I want.